everyone! Haven't done this before, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Intraday video. Because someone is clearly trying to get some cheap shares, and they did. Hopefully some of you guys did. I have not pressed a button today at all. Just watching. So, let's go here to SYN. Gapped down. Nice little doji forming here on, holy moly, no volume. Shocker. Look here. On balance volumes holding. Last time the price was at this level was here. Look at where the on balance volume was. Somebody wants cheap shares. If they want to drive it down lower, great. As I mentioned, I'm going to add 20,000 shares when I raise the capital. That could be in 4 weeks, but I'm not selling one of my shares here. Not one share. So just keep that in mind. Anytime we see a gap down, that is what I'm looking for. Especially when there was no reason to gap down other than traders getting out because they didn't like the fact that FDA approval wasn't announced yesterday. You know what? Sometimes things take time. Shocker. IMUC. Sneaky. Somebody tried to have some fun this morning. Did send an email out alerting everyone that there could be a little bit of a flash sale here, which happened. Oh, looky here. It's what time? 10:30 my time, 12:30 market time. Still over 3 hours left in the market. And the volume today is already that of the last three. And look, most of that volume was actually on the uptick. So look, we can tell because the on-balance volume is moving up. The percent range is moving up. Somebody wanted cheap shares. Look here, buy volume up here, sell volume down here. It's called a price inefficiency. BIOA, same thing. Somebody had some fun, dropped the price. However, now they are not, there's literally no more sellers. So any buyers that come in are going to move the price up. There's a massive short interest here. All it takes is a little spark for this baby to start going. And I can't wait to see some of these shorts burn. It's going to be great. My price target here is at least 60 cents. Now, this is all contingent on volume. This cannot go to 60 cents if we lollygag in no volume land for the next 5 days. All of this is contingent on volume. So if there is a volume uptick, we could get into the upper 50s. If we really wanted to test the upper resistance, that would be around 77 cents. That's getting a little optimistic at this point. I'm just looking at 55 for now. If 55 breaks on volume, then 57 is my next target. PSDV is also moving up after a low volume sell-off. There's been low volume sell-offs across the board. Now, some of that could have been shorting as well, but people who short have to cover their short. In order to cover your short position, you have to buy the stock back. Buying the stock back increases the demand for the stock artificially. So if there's no supply available and you've got a bunch of shorts covering their position all at the same time, it's going to move the market. So I see something like this happen. Notice someone's trying to take it down and it's just popping right back up. Volume yesterday and the day before were not significant, but neither was the volume on the way down. So I'm very confident in this going to at least test the the basis moving average around 120, and then possibly 125 to test the upper Bollinger Band. RTTR, nice doji forming today, no volume. So this low volume sell-off was pretty typical of a low volume sell-off. Somebody got cheap shares, somebody got stop lossed out. Inverse head and shoulders still very much in effect. All of the significant volume is holding above. I'm just sitting here waiting for things to materialize. As I mentioned in multiple emails, sometimes I don't press the button for a day or two because I'm not a day trader. I'm not trading to... Now, if I go into a stock and it goes up 50% in 2 days, I'm going to scalp some. But for the most part, all of these are setting up on the longer term. These are just the daily charts. IDXG. I can't even see that volume because it's non-existent. So they're continuing to walk this down on no volume, just like last time. So expect this to be possibly, well, let's put it this way. First, the gap filled. So if we go here, gap is now filled. So that's good. If for some reason they try to flash sale it down to 108, that is the true gap. I hope that doesn't happen until next week, if it does happen, because I just transferred money into the account and I am ready to buy more of this for sure. I will be doubling my position from 2,500 to 5,000 shares here, most likely. Notice same thing, on balance volumes up here, price is the same exact area it was before, and the on balance volume is higher. Very bullish, oversold on the percent range, looks exactly like it did last time when they tried to pull it down. All of this is just trying to get cheap shares. HUSA, breakout, a little fake out, and then it's trying to figure out what the heck it wants to do. I like the direction here still. MACD still continues up. Breakout of the falling wedge on the weekly. MACD is curling on the weekly as well. Red is over the blue on the vortex indicator. And we just found support on the on balance volume shown by this doji, and then a nice confirming candle up after that. So my target still remains 50 cents. Can this take 2 weeks? Yes. Can it take 4 weeks? Sure. We're in cash, so unless somebody really needs to make money soon, a lot of these are going to be kind of patience plays. Another patience play, DPW, nice doji forming here, on balance volume curling, red is over the blue, so everything that I'm looking for here, also, we've got a double bottom. Just notice that. Notice this is a double bottom on the wicks. We can really have a double bottom on wicks. We can have a double bottom on bodies. So the body is this area right here. So we can't really draw body to body, because if we did that, it's, it's not really going to tell us anything. But since this was an area of kind of support before, we will just draw it. So anything in this area to me is looking like an area to add. I'm looking to possibly add down here. But not necessarily, because I already have 10,000 shares and I'm not necessarily going to add a ton, but I'm willing to possibly get up to 15,000 shares here. And that's it. Those are the stocks that I'm in. Really a lot of this is patience. I think over the next few months we're going to kind of see all different types of scenarios play out. We're going to see plays that can pop in a day. We're going to see plays that may be still waiting to form within 2 months. That's just kind of part of the whole process. That's how I've always traded. It's a mix of swing trading and kind of a midterm investment. And I scale in. So I'm scaling in with cash, meaning I'm buying fractional portions of a core position. I.e., if I want 50,000 shares, I will buy in increments of maybe 5,000 to 7,500 shares up until I get to 5,000 shares. That does not mean I'm going to buy it as the stock goes up. I'm actually looking for the stocks to go down, because then I can buy and lower my average. So I'm not a big fan of actually buying on the uptick. It's not necessarily natural to be buying something when the price is going up, at least not for me. I like a good deal. So that is all I have. Guys, I'm going to try to do a video on Sunday. I will be in Raleigh this weekend visiting family. Obviously, I'll definitely have all the analysis. I just I don't have a Mac there, so I'm just going to have to get some type of screen sharing software or something on my laptop. It should be okay, but the quality might not be as good, because this quality that I'm on now is just a really good Mac screen. So apologize in advance if there is no video on Sunday, but I've tried to make up for that the last few days by adding videos every day this week. So I hope everyone has a great weekend. Probably won't be on too much this weekend, just because I'll be with family and friends that I haven't seen in, over 11 months now, some friends. So definitely maybe a little quiet weekend for me, but I'll still be in touch. Appreciate everyone's support over the last few days. It's been a battle for everyone, not just the thing about this community is everyone's in it together. Does it suck looking at unrealized losses? Absolutely. But we're all looking at unrealized losses. I haven't even looked at my account, because there's no point, because I'm not going to sell. But I'm probably down from the top last week or the week before. I'm probably down $40,000. I'm not trying to brag about that. I'm just trying to say, guys, it's part of the game. Things happen. Things don't always materialize. What would have really been bad is if we would have all went into options on these plays that expired, last week, and then we would have lost all of our money. So, there are all types of ways to look at the good and the bad. This is the way I trade, and so I hope everyone kind of respects that. And if it's not your style of trading, no worries at all, no hard feelings. Some people are looking for more of a day trading type site. That's not what you're going to get with me. You're going to get an educational service, and you're going to get a service that provides trade ideas for you to go out and do your own due diligence. Because at the end of the day, I'm not licensed, I'm not a broker. I cannot advise anybody financially to do anything. Anything that I say on here is my opinion. So I just want everyone to kind of, understand that please do your own due diligence. Don't blindly follow me into some of these trades because, for example, when I was adding to my SYM position, I was already up like 30+%. So I was just scaling in. So, just because I scale into something does not mean that that's my average. So just pay attention to kind of where my averages are relative to where I'm buying. I post my positions every night so everyone can take a look at that. So just wanted to do a quick updated video for everyone. Hope you enjoy it and have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.